I'm sure you too have asked yourself this question, but not some fanboy fantasy where he's suddenly Iron Man, but a real, gritty, believable redesign that screams Vader. His suit is iconic, sure, but it's a clunky cage, a leash forged by Palpatine to chain the Dark Lord. The guy who choked admirals with a glance is trapped in a walking life support system, screaming budget cuts. YouTube's flooded with takes on this, some of which I love, but none of them show you what the upgraded suit will look like. But not me, fellow brethren. Buckle up, because we are rebuilding the Dark Lord's armor, and I'm taking you along the ride. It all started with too much coffee and a rabbit hole of research. While the core idea of Vader's suit came from Lucas himself, artist Ralph McQuarrie and designer John Mollo brought it to life visually as we know it. But according to canon, the suit is made with laminated durasteel, plastoid, and armor weave. With some insulation, it had voltage regulators and shock dampening systems, but these were primitive and often overloaded by lightning. It's tough enough for blasters, but it's got no answer for force lightning. And the neural wires throughout the suit, helping Anakin control it, are fragile and prone to frying by Palpatine. And the chest control box? Yeah, a single point of
Hello
failure that
there.
screams kick me here. Palpatine didn't build Vader a suit. He built a prison. My mission: turn that prison into a throne. But where do you start when upgrading a Sith Lord's armor? I've scorched every Star Wars comic, novel, and shady holocrons for answers. Three metals rose to the top. First, there's cortosis, a rare ore found on the planet Baldamnik that can resist or even shot out lightsabers on contact. Problem is, it's brittle. Like my patience when you skip the subscribe button.
Like and subscribe.
Then there's Beskar, the Mandalorian iron mined on Mandalore used for forging almost indestructible armors. The third rare ore is Frick, mined on Chromis 16, a moon in the mid-rim. It's flexible, lightweight, but incredibly strong. Even General Grievous's body plating was Frick alloy. But how does Vader even get his hands on these rare ores, while being the right hand of the Emperor? And with a few fancy force chokes, I believe it won't be hard for the Dark Lord to find the rarest of these metals really easily. Now, designing this suit was where the fun really kicked in. I designed many variations for the helmet, and it just wasn't hitting the same. I didn't want to mess with Vader's vibe. That silhouette is sacred. The helmet stays. But I did made a variation fit for an Emperor. Stick around to see at the end. The nerves were a bigger hurdle. Vader's old suit wired his scarred body to its system with crude electronics that could burn out under a strong electric shock. Just look at what happened in Return of the Jedi. My solution was to replace those wires with a system that carries signals as pulses of light, like fiber optic cables in our world. So, in Legends, I found Bicom neural fibers. These are Neuralink systems used in prosthetics and droid brain interfaces and are resistant to electromagnetic interference. In short, they don't care about lightning. So Vader's body would be safe and his movements would be smoother, more natural. Now, I moved onto the suit itself. I got rid of the old man's 70s quilted leather suit, and I imagined weaving a cortus as mesh into the armor's underlayer to reflect any lightsaber strike. For the joints, I used Frick to replace the clunky old hydraulics, giving Vader deadly speed. But then comes the real game changer. How can Vader fight against Palpatine's forced lightning? I designed the suit with energy absorbing armor weave, a network of conductive fibers that catches electrical surges and stores them in microcapacitors placed along Vader's suit and arms, turning the Emperor's weapon into Vader's strength. It wasn't magic, it was engineering with a Sith's ruthless edge. It sounds crazy, but you're gonna love the end. And don't worry, the chest box stays. I tested out a few fancy designs, but ended up with the original one. Except it's armored within the chest plate, so next time Obi-Wan tries to hit it first, it doesn't break Vader in an instance. And the cape, it's not just for drama anymore. Don't be mistaken, I love the vampirish look, but I hit chemical scrubbers in the lining, turning CO2 into oxygen if his suit's pumps fail. Lastly, the breathing was the toughest call. That iconic, it's not just a sound, it's Vader's soul. Strip it away and you've got a random dude in black. So I kept the rasp but freed him from the leash. Now that I have the perfect elements structured for Vader's ascension, how does Vader actually become this new version of himself? Picture his castle on Mustafar, a fortress of black stone and glowing lava. Getting this suit onto Vader isn't just a costume change, it's a dangerous surgery, and Palpatine's royal guards are watching his every move, reporting back to their master. Vader works in secret, hiring rogue doctors and medical droids with promises of credits or threats of a force choke. The surgery happens in a hidden chamber deep in the castle where the air hums with tension and Vader's steady, painful breathing. Droid arms slice away old circuits, crafting new systems onto his scarred body. It's not pretty, it's raw, precise, intense. Vader stays awake, choosing the pain because pain is what fuels him towards the dark side. Vader keeps this a secret. He jams the guards' comms with false signal, distract them with fake orders, but secrets don't stay buried. The surgery is going well. Anakin is minutes away from unleashing his true self. He won't be a slave anymore, but just them. The Emperor storms into Vader's castle, his guards trailing behind. The royal guards found out about Vader's intentions and reported it to Palpatine. The surgery hasn't finished yet, but Vader rises.
Master.
His new suit gleaming under the lava's light. Palpatine's eyes narrow, but he's impressed and he laughs.
Guards, leave us.
He sneers.
You seem agitated, my friend.
Have you come to destroy me, Master?
I wonder if your thoughts are clear on this, Lord Vader.
Then you will die.
Their lightsabers ignite, red clashing with red in a duel that shakes the castle walls. Palpatine's fast, cunning, his blade a blur.
You have done well.
But Vader's new suit makes him relentless. The cortosis mesh sparks as it deflects a saber strike. The flip joints let him move with terrifying precision. Then Palpatine unleashes his force lightning.
You will be destroyed.
Blue-white storm that slams Vader to the ground. The Emperor laughs,
Yang.
turning to leave, thinking his apprentice is destroyed. But as he leaves, glowing red cracks appear in Vader's armor. The suit's capacitors hum, absorbing the lightning, glowing with raw power. Vader rises a dark titan against the lava's glow and raises a gauntlet, and from it pours a concentrated blast of red lightning. Palpatine's own weapon twisted against him, cracking the stone floor, shattering the Emperor's confidence. Palpatine gasps. Vader steps forward, his voice cold and deep.
Did you truly think that you could defeat me?
With one brutal thrust, his lightsaber pierces through Palpatine's chest.
You have failed, Master.
The Emperor falls.
You are of no further use.
His reign ends.